How y'all doing? It's Devorjae, and this is another episode of True 7. And in this episode, I'm going to talk about the surface dwellers, basically all the creatures and beings that are within our frequency that we see on our surface that are mostly tuned in. And it's three of them. Let me touch on what's saying, and then to be known that human life is mixed of many beings of race. I wouldn't call them races. I'm just gonna say beings because it's so many levels to it. But they all temper down to what we see now. So you see Asians, Caucasians, and blacks. We're all still the same, stemming from the same higher beings, and to more why it goes to why we're so different and why all of that. So summarizing and letting that be known and having that understanding, coming from that perspective, we get into the surface dwellers, which is what this video is about. And first, I'm gonna talk. It's gonna go into the species of this planet, and from basic knowledge and just from view and just from you can surely rest assured experience this and do your own trial and error and tests on your own, even by viewing, making your own hypothesis, researching it on your own. But I'll provide references as well as proof through vibration, through your knowledge that should resonate. All right, so to get started on it. First, I'm going to start with reptiles, touching on that everything stems from that basic DNA line. To sum it up, reptiles are one of the first species beings that exist on every level and every plane. It's touched on that. Birds are reptiles. Look at a bird, looks like a dinosaur. Same eyes, same mannerisms, same mechanics as a reptile. Um, Birds are reptiles. And then we have the regular reptile, lizard reptiles. If it has scales, it's a reptile. Birds have scales. So fish also, and that's the water, the sea. Fishes are also reptiles. Amphibians, another reptile. And that's what makes it even cooler. It goes into more of what it goes into us. Like if you're sweating, if you perspire, if you need water in, earth, and fire, like you're reptile. So when it don't get too trapped on that, because like I said, it's a mixture of other beings, and some people have more DNA genetics of another, just as you can say, oh, I have more of my father's traits than my mother's. Same difference. So um, reptiles, they rule land, water, and air everywhere. It's their planetary, it's their plane. So that's where the survival to link up with the plane and provides basically the image mostly for the vehicle, the vessel. Now, but still, all that within behind all the material makeup and the history of the beings, I always have to keep in mind that it's still spirit within it, pure energy, and that spirit originates from ethereal beings who also help create this reality. But there are the eternal energy that are connected to the God source and etheric beings, but fully first highly Christ conscious beings. I'll just put that label on it. Buddha, Jesus, Gandhi, Allah, or it's all Michael Jackson, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy shit. Anybody, whatever who come and do drastic shit and change the world or whatever and sway masses and have power. Put them in that category of people who come for humility, humanity, and oneness. So keeping, like I said, keep that in mind. That's the spiritual side. This is only your body. This is just the physical. This is always going to have history but the spirit always travels and goes through and moves along in all the realities that there are. So, with that being said, you have the reptilian species, and then you also have what I'm going to give the label as, you can call them mammals, but humanoid, which is a great mixture of a highly conscious being. I mean, dolphins, whales, even though they're still reptiles and all that, but they're mammals because they spawn down, connect, and it's horses, dogs. Yeah, usually when you look at these animals, they don't have eggs. That's the difference between a certain reptilian and an amphibian to a mammal, humanoid, upright standing, four legs standing, conscious being. Well, every being's conscious, but level of that consciousness on land, and they even have their own. Well, everyone has their own system, but you get the point. Humanoid or mammal, call it one of either of those. They straight come through the canal already breathing and live instead of within the egg. So those are two, and then you have the insectoids or insects. Those three: ants, spiders, anything 6, 8 legs, small creature, still a conscious being. Flies, praying mantises. These are insects, and they have higher consciousness of them, which that echoes into our reality and how things exist on many levels of our consciousness. So it's best believe there. I already touched on other videos. There's dinosaurs walking around, just like horses can walk around, and giraffes and all that stuff. And we're the higher conscious beings of them. And that's sure there's higher conscious beings of reptiles walking upright, and higher conscious beings of insects walking upright. So that this video is basically to let it be known the 3 surface dwelling species, and I pretty much told you all 3. I mean, I want to come up with some more information to convince you. As I said, you can all this. I can refer you. Mainly, you can search this stuff on your own, but this is purely common knowledge. But it's just layered over so much illusion to get your mind off the matter of the situation. But something else to touch on, as I guess as I said, the humanoid or mammal being a mixture of so many creatures. I guess the main beings involved, higher conscious beings involved in this plane in reality that shift in because of their higher consciousness and also technology. They, the Greys, reptilians, different types of reptilians. Um, there's been some insectoid sightings, and then there's like many animal breed mixes. There's you, they have like the beings that have slipped from the inner earth and got up here, human body, goat heads, little, but they're short and small, you know, upright standing with animal type heads, and it's already been prophesized by many high conscious spiritualists, powerful beings on the planet was who psychic powers, I guess I can say, have been exposed or put out even to media about them telling about when after Adventure Time, I guess you compare it to the mushroom more, and even what's going to happen in September with the new energies coming, but with probably within the coming years, even after that shift and more shifts, that even as we gain more higher consciousness and we head toward, depending on how our masses go, but they're going to be ushered in either way. It's still going to have a track, a destined point. It's going to get to a point where interbreed galactical um, galaxies are there, where it's going to become and see different, way different beings than the usual from we've seen through the years, having certain characteristics like, okay, they look pretty different. That's going to happen pretty soon. I don't know if it, not for sure 100% in this lifetime, but within the lifetime it will happen. as I said, oh yeah, the Nephilims. You see them a lot. They're basically real tall beings. That's where we get our basketball players from. Mostly have that one genetic strand, the giants, and also there are also beings that look like predators too. And and then the thing we on these levels, if they look ghastly, you have to still think these things have personalities too and feel and whatever. So they can look horrid but still be like, just like you are, like look at that's why cartoons and many of these things are so funny and people have many experiences they say, oh, I was riding, chilling with Grays and doing all this while I was astral projecting, while I was, a lot of these everywhere people are doing amazing things at this point in time with the power they know they possess. So you can meet someone who looks basically like on Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I don't know if y'all remember that episode. That tells a lot about. It's talking about a lot of stuff. And all those shows are very insightful. You have to pick. Most of these people when they make that, they're on these ethereal, um, in top in indulgence. I don't know how to. I guess herbs. I was to call them. But it's growing out of our earth, and also they're in space, and they're in everything like DMT and LSD, all these pollens from flowers, the flowers of life that basically push you through the veil of the flower of life and to see the whole scale and plane and meet with these other beings in that astral plane when your frequency is turned up and it centers you within that. So those are why these people make those type of cartoons and everything echoes because if it's been thought, it's manifest on some level. So that's why those are episodes. There are people like on Space Ghost Coast to Coast, little praying mantis that have like a real weird, silly personality. It may not even be all mean and stuff. So, but that goes off topic. Well, not really. Still on topic. Uh, but it goes into many things. If you heard of Thoth and many of the ancient gods and their depiction of the Atlanteans, they would talk. Even if there was one being that had came to visit them to help, basically higher beings to help them with something, they always depicted them. And they're like, man, they had human bodies, but they had these types of heads or these type of masks. So, and this is undeniable information. You can really search this up on your own. You can just type in keywords on Google. You can YouTube many people just like me and even smarter people and metaphysicists and scientists and theorists and theologians and all that people who study the earthly plane. Everything points to the same information. They're all debunking this and decoding this, which is why how consciousness moves, this will become common knowledge. And if it isn't to you, you basically fall behind in the end. But so I think that's a good closeout on the surface dwelling beings and the things that are in your frequencies that you can see when you're so-called awake. Um, yeah. So stay tuned for more episodes. Thanks for watching. This is Devorjae True 7. Bye-bye.